welcome back, Jean. It's Tuesday, September 2nd. I think you had yesterday off, yes, for Labor Day?
I did. Nice 3-day weekend. It felt great. Did a real Rhode Island, Newport, on a boat. It was very nice. Good.
Yeah, the weather was really great for that. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I worked, but by choice, so that was fine. Yeah, it was a nice weekend, but here we are. Fall is upon us, huh? I can't believe it. I always say that. I can't believe it's really here. I don't know. That's my go-to. But yeah, September 2nd.
Starting to get cold, Alison. I almost froze up for a second there. Change in the weather. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now I'm back. I've
But
melted.
here you are, saving the day. Hey, Dan, I know you're producing this and you're back there at home. Do you mind if we go to weather before we talk about Judge Capri, or what do you prefer?
We can go to weather. Yep.
Okay,
let's start. AJ's ready to go.
He's there and he looks good to go. Hi, AJ. It's been nice having you on Sunrise. What a perfect day. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Alison. Good morning, Jean. A little frozen there, but thankfully we're starting to thaw out after some cooler conditions yesterday. Temperatures only getting up into the lower 70s across the region. Actually, we started this morning with quite a bit in the way of some fog across the region, so some limited visibility, but all of that is now behind us, as we can see behind me. Gorgeous blue sun. I've actually blue sky, I should say, at that. I've put myself here next to some of our satellite dishes just to show a little bit of that contrast. Very good air quality out there for today as well. So we're breathing in some very nice fresh air. Dew point still remaining below 60 degrees, so it's not too humid outside either. And as we head forward tomorrow, actually expecting more of the same. This afternoon, high temperatures, mid-upper 70s with mostly sunny sky. Tomorrow morning, you can see a little bit more of that patchy fog. And then as we head for tomorrow afternoon, we're back up to that mostly sunny sky with high temperatures mid to upper 70s. So today and tomorrow kind of repeats of each other. As you head for Thursday into Friday, that's when we'll start to see a little bit more in the way of some humidity. The dew point's climbing up into the mid 60s, so that is a little bit more humid than what we have been seeing. In terms of rain chances, just a few showers likely for our Friday afternoon. Similar story for Saturday afternoon. Two cold fronts will be pressing into the region, but the good news is both these will be coming during the nighttime, during kind of the overnight hours. So what that essentially means is they won't have that daytime instability, the heating of the sun to trigger any showers or thunderstorms. So all in all, not a whole lot of rain in the forecast. Hopefully you did get in on some of it last week to keep your grass green, because that was, of course, of concern lately. Some of the brown lawns across the region did get a little of that refresh last week, but we had perfect weather through the Labor Day weekend. Yesterday, a little bit cloudier than folks may have liked, but at least we had the dry stretch continuing for another weekend for Labor Day. This weekend may be a little bit different story, so make sure you're staying tuned to that. Now, the fog, a little bit of an interesting phenomenon. It's called radiation fog. I'll be detailing that tomorrow morning on Sunrise. That'll be my kind of little explainer. So, Alison, I appreciate everyone having me on the Sunrise show these past couple of mornings. Tomorrow I'll be back to my 4:30 arrival time in the studio. So that'll be a nice extra hour of sleep, and I'm definitely going to take advantage of it.
Makes a difference at that hour.
It does.
As you know, that 1 hour. Yeah, great. So that sounds like Nantucket fog. I always wonder why the fog rolls through Nantucket almost every morning. So maybe you can touch on that as well. That's like a thing.
Exactly. You're by the water, you got a better chance of fog.
Yeah, for sure. All right, AJ, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
All right, Jean, you and I both attended Judge Caprio's funeral on Friday. I don't know about you, but I was talking about it with people all weekend long. It was really something, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it was. Yes, it was. You know, when that recording of a speech he gave 20 years ago was played and his own voice filled the cathedral, that was the moment, I think, where everybody just kind of, wow, this was something. And he synopsed, you know, his whole message of his life was in that speech. It
really was. 20 years ago at the State House, before caught in Providence. So authentic. And the moment for me, Jean, was when you heard him say, hope, hope, hope.
Yeah.
And it was just overwhelming in the cathedral. And it's like you could hear a pin drop other than the judge's voice. So I did speak to his son, David, after that. And I said, wow, your father would be so proud. I can't even imagine the courage it took for David and Frank to be able to be up there and to be able to introduce that and still keep it together in front of hundreds, and in fact, thousands of people, millions worldwide, really, because they did decide to stream it so people could access it. But
his sons, David, they both did a great job, and Sophia, his granddaughter, really did a great job too.
Really beautiful.
There were several moments, but when they played that recording, it just was something. Now today, Alison, though that's the
program.
That's the program that was handed out at the funeral. But today up at the State House, they're going to have his picture
Yes.
framed in the rotunda with a book of remembrance that people can sign for the rest of the week. So that's a nice gesture on the part of.
I think it's a great gesture, and it goes back to that whole idea of the judge kind of being everybody's judge in a way, right? So,
Yeah.
and also living on through the past week, which I know for the family, it was just so much going on, coordinating so many people together. Also, that moment of seeing all the judges come in the honor guard. Just, it was really.
You know, I think I said the judge left us. He talked about closing the book.
Yes.
Remember? It was at the end, when they close the book. Well, the truth is, so the judge left us a guidebook, both literally and figuratively, so that the book may be closed. We can go back and read it. So that's true. You know, he did leave us something to go back and
he did that just a few years ago. That's pretty recent.
Well, you know, listen, the judge wanted more time, and he really fought for that and went through hell with the chemo and everything. He wanted more time. He got 2 years, and this last year was a big year, right? He delivered the commencement speech at PC, only I think in May, and then earlier in the year he published the book. So you know, if he fought and fought, he grabbed that time back, and he really filled it.
He used it. He really did fill it, and he spoke. There was such a theme during the funeral too, and actually the days leading up to the funeral about the value of an education. I mean, you heard that over and over again, and how he was the first to, in his family, one of the few to finish high school, let alone go to college. And now he was a teacher and worked, you know, during the day, then would drive up to Boston at night to become a lawyer.
That's one of the things I admire about the judge. You know, he was first generation, meaning that his parents emigrated from Italy, penniless, and his father was a peddler in a pushcart before he said he got the big job driving a milk truck up on Federal Hill. So for him to go to college, first generation born here, that's a big achievement. It took longer than that in my family, and many families. You get first generation, second generation, third generation, sometimes fourth generation. But the judge did it first generation. That's accomplishment, and then to raise his kids up to go to some terrific schools. That he always talked about the ladder. Leave the ladder down for the next generation to climb up, the next person to climb up. Climb the ladder of success, but don't pull it up with you. Leave it down. So fitting send off for the judge last week.
It really was a fitting send off, and I thought what was closing point on this was the storytelling that happened after the traditional Catholic Mass and after communion. The story of how Cotton Providence started. It was so conversational from David. I think a lot of people felt like they knew the origins of the story, but not necessarily. And it was very poignant because it felt like he was just talking to everybody as if he was sitting across the table from you.
The wife was his wife's idea, right? His wife's idea. The brother made it happen. And the judge didn't want to do it.
Right.
He said no. So,
it was very organic in that way. So, we were both there. I sat with your wife, and our thoughts and prayers, of course, are with the family because, you know, it's often the weeks after everything that it becomes even more difficult. So I love that they're doing
when everything quiets down.
So State House today, his portrait will be up. It'll be up this afternoon, and the public is encouraged to go and participate in the process of signing the book. So I think that's very fitting. All right. That was a big story on Sunrise today too. All right. So let's switch gears. This is very light. Well, the Paula Abdul was at the funeral, so kind of her era. New Edition, the R&B group.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So here we are, Mayor Wu, R&B group, New Edition is being honored in their hometown of Boston. Yeah, here we are. A portion of a street in Roxbury renamed New Edition Way. They made a contribution, I believe, of $25,000 towards a community center or something. So that played into the package, if you will. The group was formed there over 40 years ago. Fans and community members gathered over the weekend to celebrate the 6 members. And Boston Mayor Michelle Wu also proclaimed August 30th as New Edition Day.
Oh.
Okay. Who knew?
I'm okay with that. We don't object to that. New Edition Way. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's joyful. It's fun. Okay. Now, you know, I spent a lot of time in Vermont, and I've been told to beware of the beaver dams. We have a brook that runs through our property. Now, I have not seen it get dammed up yet, but I heard over the years it does. So this piqued my attention in Rhode Island. A beaver population is growing down here too. Who knew? Rhode Island and Massachusetts and Cumberland of all. How cute. How cute. Devilish, though. Cumberland is one of many towns seeing that. More beaver dams are flooding property owners' land because you know what they do. They make a big old mess. They kind of barricade everything up, and then you've got flooding. So in the past decade, it turns out the Cumberland Land Trust has installed beaver deceivers.
Wow. They do.
So,
Look at that. They can make a mess.
They can make they're so cute.
Yeah.
But yes, they can make a real mess. So if you want to hear for yourself, here's a quick soundbite of how bad it can be.
Okay.
The beavers is if you have a house located near a water source, they're damming it up while the water backs up. Now you lose your front lawn or your back lawn.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
You don't have any water on your property, right? Brook, pond, nothing.
Nearby, and listen, maybe I should go examine this. I mean, it doesn't come directly onto my property, but nearby. I'm sure if they're active there, they're active all over the place.
Water has a way of finding
Yeah.
you. That's the thing.
Yep.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting. And they're pulling this into, now it's back to school for so many people. They're pulling it into schools too. Schools and organizations can partner with the land trust to help make people more aware. So that's kind of interesting, which brings me, this is not on the rundown, but I want to mention, have you seen those lantern bugs in East Greenwich?
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Okay. So they're very, very bad.
Yep.
And I know this because I just finished the URI Master Gardener program, and I had a whole group up in Pawtucket, and we did a mindful walk around the neighborhood, which is a very urban neighborhood that's been blighted. It's being revitalized. And in that very urban landscape, those insects were everywhere.
Yeah.
They look like flying ladybugs, kind of, but they're bigger and the spots are more prevalent. They are super destructive. So everybody in the group was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't get my attention away from it. They've got to go. And they're encouraging you to just see it, kill it.
They're persistent too. I was out on someone's deck on the bay, overlooking the bay, and they were there. And they come right up. They're persistent. They're very bothersome. No, you're right. Now, wait a minute. You said you completed the Master Gardener program?
Yeah, the coursework. I'm only 6 hours into my 50 hours of volunteering, though. But I have 2 years to finish it.
What do you get? Like a master's degree or a certificate?
To volunteer around the state.
Yeah.
And educate people about the importance of native plants and going green and infrastructure when it comes to sustainability and making the state more beautiful, Jean. Yes, that's on my list of priorities.
Well, you got more. You're running out of room on your wall over there.
Certificate program.
Hang things up. The last degree I got was 1982. From college. See, you go back.
Let's go. What are you waiting for? Actually, if you went back to school, what would you go for? Art.
Maybe art. I should do that, huh?
Art history, design.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe public administration, something. I don't know. We'll see.
No.
I have no plan. I have no plans right now.
No plan. No, I think you should go back for art.
Maybe.
You
I'll go right.
Know that about you. Really do.
Go right to RISD. Yeah.
Sure.
Why not? I'll get green hair. I'll fit right in.
That is a broad brush. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's oh my gosh. Anyway, these lantern bugs are a real problem. So I noticed them in Pawtucket a couple of years back, and actually people were saying you need to report it to DEM. So there's like a whole reporting process to it too. Now, though, I think it's so extreme that you just see it, squash it, move on. But not good.
Yeah.
Not good. Nope. Especially worse in rural areas, but still not good because you don't want them anywhere. All right. Bristol. All right, I'm just gonna go there. You know, when you drive through Cranston, you get that smell.
Depending on what part, if you're near the landfill,
right?
Yes,
down towards work because we're by the treatment plant, and when the wind blows a certain way, it's just, it's life. That's where the treatment plant is. So Bristol's having this problem. Town leaders warning people about an odor drifting through the air, and it's coming from the wastewater treatment facility on Plant Avenue.
Yeah, it's a problem with the fan, right? Not necessarily a leak or anything like that.
Malfunction with the filtration system,
right?
But I guess it's taking a while to fix. It's unpleasant. At least it's not hot and humid. Yeah. But it's unpleasant. So here's a quick soundbite about this. I don't know if anybody called into the radio. I'm guessing maybe they did about it.
Well, we told them about it, so they were texting. They were texting us.
I don't know how you manage that, by the way.
Every once in a while, you'll get like a whiff of something, but it's usually pretty controlled. And this time it's been an issue the last couple of days. Kind of put a damper on the Labor Day weekend.
Timing.
The timing. Yeah. No, I feel bad. We're just in the section of Cranston because it's an industrial area that we get a whiff of it in the summertime. But not pleasant, obviously. So they got to fix that. What text did you get this morning?
Oh, just people said it stinks. Text I can't say. They're comedians. Some of my listeners, the Seagulls, they're very, very funny, very clever. They're very fast too. They pick up on stuff. By the
So
way,
are
you know
you
what?
reading those live,
Yes,
or is
yes.
Tom reading those and pushing them
No,
off to you?
no, I read them live. As they come in. I mean, I get hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Which is a tribute to the show. We get hundreds of
Yes.
texts, and they start early in the morning. Sometimes they start before we even go on.
Right. And they go
And
through
then
the day, right?
they go through the day up till 9 o'clock. Now, you know what? I did that story today about Bristol's problems. You want an even bigger problem? Holyoke, Massachusetts dumped 7 million gallons of raw sewage into the Connecticut River. And guess where it went? To Connecticut. That stuff is floating down the river that you can see, and not only can see, you could smell it. And it eventually makes its way all the way down to Long Island Sound, all the way down the length of the Connecticut River, which is a beautiful, beautiful river
is.
valley. Isn't it something? What is it? The
Connecticut
Good Street
River
Opera House,
Greats, New Hampshire.
uh,
Yeah. Oh,
the
dear.
castle, Gillette Castle.
Sunrise this morning. Okay.
So Connecticut is complaining about what Holyoke, Massachusetts did. So we'll have to follow that story. That's a lot of raw sewage into a river.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
not good
No.
at all. Which reminds me, have you seen on social media some of these cruise ships? I don't know if it's real or AI.
I know just what you're
is
talking
that?
about.
That has
Well,
been flooding my feed lately. And I'm
Yeah.
not a cruiser. I don't do cruises. So I don't know what that was. I don't know why I got into that algorithm. Do you think it's true though? Do they really just
well,
no?
how else would they get rid of it? Wait till they get to port?
Back, go to a treatment center or something? I have no idea. But it's not pleasant to look at.
Yeah, you could find them. It's all over TikTok.
Right.
The way a cruise ship empties its bowels, so to speak, it's quite memorable, as Alison will attest to here.
Yeah.
But you know what, Alison, you make a point. Is it real or AI? I almost got fooled. There was one going around with the president speaking insulting language, and I thought it was real. Turned out it wasn't real. Got to be careful with this stuff. I mean, it's so good. It's so good, and it's in infancy.
It's only going to get better.
What is it going?
It's going to be very, very difficult to tell truth from fiction, even more so.
By the way,
I mean, we
speaking
have
of the
policies in the newsroom, right, about getting second and third confirmations on things, but outside of legitimate news organizations, when people just start going with something, perception becomes reality in some ways, and it's not good.
Everything's got to be double, triple checked. If you see something, you got to just search it, make sure it's real. Speaking of the president, he's going to speak at 2 p.m. Today from the Oval Office. It's supposed to be something defense related or Defense Department related. But for the past week, we haven't really seen him much, which has led to fuel this internet speculation about his health.
Being sick, right?
It's not like Donald Trump to go radio silent for a week. Now he's been communicating via posts. But, we see him all the time. He fights with reporters. He's in front of the helicopters. That's the thing you've become used to. And then when you don't see him for a week, with the exception of poking his head out to go in the limousine to go play golf, was what the report is.
Right.
It just leads to speculation. So today we're going to see him in the Oval Office, and watch closely. Let's see what's going on. It's not like him to go away from the camera for so long.
You're right. You're right. Okay, Connecticut. Speaking of Connecticut.
Yep.
I don't understand the story. I'm just going to put that disclaimer there. This guy has thousands and thousands of pairs of Crocs. The question is why? I mean, why would you do this? This is 3,809 pairs of Crocs and counting. I mean, he's in the Guinness, right?
Yeah.
But that's a weird thing to want to be known for. I mean, that's strange.
Another goal of his was to set a world.
Okay.
Set a world record. Well,
what's happening?
They were very, very hot years ago, and then they went away. But now they're back again. My kids had them when they were little. I mean, you put the little things in the front. I don't have. Do you own a pair? Are they comfortable?
I admit, Mario thinks they're hideous.
Right.
I wear them when I'm like out in the yard and I'm going,
Okay.
brook, out of brook. You slip them on, slip them off. They get wet. They're whatever. But I don't really go out in public with them. If that makes sense.
Well,
I mean,
this guy loves them. Look at this.
my niece and nephew have them, but they're kids.
Yeah.
But he has 3,809 pairs of Crocs, and then he set a world record, and he's looking for a place to store all of them.
Oh, now
Are there other ways to spend your time? I don't know. That just okay.
Anyway. I have to show you this bag that Diane has. This is it's supposed to be the hottest trendy bag. You bring it to the beach. It's made of like croc-like material, only it's big and square. And you put all your stuff in it, and then you can even put a tray on top of it because it's so stable. A drink tray and this. So you got to see this thing. One of my daughters gave it to Nat. It's probably pretty expensive because they got it. I'll have to find out. If I had a second, I'd duck out and get it for you and show you. But we'll see. She's not here.
I can text her. Okay. Yeah. Very strange. Very strange. Yeah. All right. Here's something random. This just came in the mail for me.
Yankee Magazine.
I love Yankee Magazine. Do you read Yankee Magazine?
Well,
it's
I don't.
Old-fashioned.
Yeah, I don't read it, but they have a show on PBS on the weekends.
Yes, the cooking show.
They go all around.
I think it's great. It's like a love letter to New England. Yeah. They do a lot on Rhode Island, obviously, but lots of small businesses, lands. Here I am, Gardner. Landscaping, all kinds of fun stuff. So I'll share this with you.
That's out a long time.
This has been out a long time. Yeah, I want them to do some more stuff on Rhode Island. But in the fall, it's great. It gives you little places where to go. My mother-in-law always gets it for me for a Christmas present, like a subscription. Yeah. It's nice. In your hands.
Do you watch the show on weekends?
I don't.
Magazine.
I try and plug off.
Yeah, Richard Weiss, who I worked with at another station years ago, he's the host, and then they have a woman who does cooking in restaurants. It's pretty well done.
All of their
they come to Rhode Island. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do a nice job. It's nice to have something in your hand, and it's focused. Right here.
Alison, you know what? You take the show for the next 2 minutes. Let me go get this bag. I got to show you this. Go ahead.
Okay. No, all right, fine.
I'll be right back. You could fill it. Go ahead.
Dan, all right, I'm going to fill. All right, so Yankee Magazine. Dan, do you read it?
I do not.
Why not? Why not? Is there a reason why? You just don't get it.
I don't get it in the mail, and I just haven't picked it up.
I mean, it's very, apple season, orchards, you name it. It's there.
Sounds like something my wife might like, Alison.
Really?
Yeah.
When's her birthday? Maybe a little subscriptions coming her way.
It could be.
I don't know. You just know in a digital age when you just want to slow down and have something kind of glossy and fun. Because Rhode Island Monthly, I love too, but Rhode Island Monthly is Rhode Island Monthly.
It is nice to physically have something in your hand, unlike
and the photography,
electronic phone or tablet, which we're all used to scrolling on these days.
Is there such a thing as deplug? I do try and unplug though. I really do on the weekends, as you know. Oh, hey, well, I have your attention. You had the most amazing trip. You hit 6 national parks.
Yes, we did all 5 national parks in Utah and then the Grand Canyon in Arizona.
Did the Grand Canyon as a kid. What was your takeaway as far as your favorite one if you had to have like an impression? Just for the physical beauty.
The Grand Canyon is like no other.
Spectacular.
Yeah, it really is.
I know. So for those of you watching or listening, I was texting Dan saying, I need your itinerary
I'm
now.
Back.
He did the 6 parts, the 6 parks, the 6 parts of the parks. Dan just did the whole 6 national parks. Went on a tour.
Yeah.
He could bring this bag.
All right, here's the bag. Now look at this thing. Okay, you see this? This is called.
Like a crock.
That's why you brought it. It's called the Bogg, BOGG, right? Okay. And it looks like a crock. Now it's thick and big and stable, so you can put this on the beach, right? And then it comes with all kinds of. This is what the influencers do, right, Alison? And then it comes with. All right, it comes. Look at this thing. This is like a tray.
Okay.
You put this on.
Oh, it's like buildable.
And all of a sudden you got this. Now it comes with other stuff. Anyway, Diane walks around with this thing on the beach. And the kids gave it to her. I don't think it's cheap. I'll have to look it up. But anyway.
And it's waterproof.
That's the latest thing. That's what it's plastic.
Looks like. You have a lot of stuff in your house. You really do. If you ever have to move, I do not envy packing up that house. There is a lot there.
I should do a big purge. It's all me collecting my stuff. Look at my stuff.
I know. Look at it all. Yeah. I know it's a lot. So I was saying, Dan went to all the different parts of the national parks. That's on my list of things to do.
What'd you do? South Rim and North Rim? The canyon?
We only did the South Rim. We did not go to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon.
Did you stay in the park in the hotel?
We did. We stayed at the Bright Angel Lodge, and we were in the cabins looking out. Absolutely beautiful.
That place
looking out over the South Rim.
Yeah. Have you been? You've been to the Grand Canyon, right, Alison?
I have, but it was a long time ago. I was like a teenager when we went, but I loved it.
First time I went, Sophie was little. She was like 1 or 2 years old. And, people get too close to the edge. Okay, they do. And you read it. People fall off the edge of the Grand Canyon.
There are stories. There are hundreds of people that have they wrote a book about it. Of the hundreds of people that have gone over the sides of it. Yes, and they sell it in the gift shop right there if you want to check it out.
Because the really busy parts have a fence around them, but other parts don't. And people just attempted to go take a picture. They fall off. This is the dark side of the Grand Canyon. Anyway, Sophie, I'm going to say Sophie was not even 2. She was walking, and Diane was so nervous about going to the Grand Canyon with her that she bought her one of these little harnesses.
Oh yeah.
You ever see that? It's almost like a leash. Yeah. I didn't like the look of it, but just nervous. Hey, she was so nervous that she just wanted to make sure Sophie was near her, walking around the edge of the Grand Canyon. But it is magnificent. It is beautiful, and that hotel is spectacular. If you're going to go, stay there. It really is terrific. So.
I haven't had more than like a week off in so many years, but I imagine this like 2-week stretch where you just like get in a car and go. There's so much to see in this country. I mean, I know that sounds really cliche, but it's so true. It really is.
Get an RV or something. They're fun.
You inspired me. You know, it's funny. My mother always wanted to do that. And I used to give her such a hard time. I'm like, oh, that just sounds like so much work. She wanted to get one of those like movie star buses, Prevost.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she wanted that? Oh, those are millions of dollars.
Mother, leave it to, So she's like, Tom, one day we're going to get a Prevost van and we're going to go across the country, you, me, and my younger sister, Jackie, and we're going to see every park. It unfortunately didn't work out to happen. But now I'm thinking maybe my husband and I will do it like one day when we have more time on our hands in her honor. I don't know. That might be kind of interesting. Fun.
Listen, that's not exactly roughing it in those things.
No, we're not going to do that. Maybe like an Airstream or something. The Lost Kitchen did something interesting. When Erin French has the summer off from her restaurant, she goes in an Airstream and she visits like friends who are chefs. And then she cooks for them outside of her Airstream in different ways. I mean, it's a whole show. It's beautifully done. But I'm like, it's inspiring.
Those Airstreams are something. In West Warwick, behind an old mill complex, there's a guy who refurbishes those things.
Really?
He's got about 10 of them. I should go investigate over there. See what.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, you want to go? I know just where it is.
From all over the country, go to him for this.
They're all used Airstreams, but this guy brings them back to life, and he's got about 10. Anytime I pass, he's got 10 or 12 of them over there. Maybe you can pick one up from him right over here. That's a whole thing.
West Warwick or Warwick? Not that
West Warwick. West Warwick.
I will go with you. I would love to see that.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
I'll tell you where it is. We'll go over there, take a ride.
See, Rhode Island has all these little treasures. There's a guy in East. Oh, actually, you know him. He's in East Greenwich.
Yeah.
He does all of Martha Stewart's copper pans.
Copper pans. Makes them by hand.
I went in with like a vintage copper pan I found. I thought was really beautiful. So my husband loves to cook, so I went to him.
Yep.
To get it cleaned up, and then I'm looking around. You'd never know the place was there. No windows. No. And then I start learning like Martha Stewart only goes to him in East Greenwich for her copper pans. All these little Rhode Island stories, Dan.
He makes them by hand. He's a craftsman. They're not cheap, but
they're not. They're thousands.
Handcrafted copper pan, and he's got a whole. I went in there. He's got a whole workshop.
It's really wild.
It is. Yep.
It's like in the back of a mill with no windows, and it's all like Michelin star rated chefs.
Yep.
Get their pans from him in East Greenwich, Rhode Island.
That's true.
Yeah. I know. All right. I want to find this Airstream. I want an Airstream. I have a big birthday coming up. That would be fun. An Airstream.
Well, I know. Maybe we'll get a deal. It's Rhode Island. Okay, retail.
You never know. That's interesting. That could be a good story.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. We could choose something on our iPhone or something. All right. Find out who that is, and I'm in. I'll go with you for sure.
Okay. All right.
All right. So that's what we're going to do. You can tell your girls we're going to find little things in Rhode Island and bring it to everybody in a kind of non-influencer way, an organic way, just because we're curious, like journalists.
We got the bag here, bog.
Yeah,
this thing, so funny.
I bet you it's a couple $100s.
Oh, I bet it is.
I bet it is.
Look it up. See how much that bog bag is if you're near a computer. BOGG. Bog.
And
bag.
Dan, we need to get you a camera still. We still haven't gotten a camera for Dan's computer, which we really do need.
What do we have to put a requisition in for that? Is it like a process?
So. The whole thing is corporate. Dan, are you looking it up or are we signing off? What is that crackling?
I don't
that
know.
me? Nope, here he is.
Oh,
Okay.
there. How much are they? The original bog bag, 12-quart custom hot pink by corporate. Does that say $1,300?
What?
Yes,
No.
it does.
Are you kidding me?
But then there's this one over
there's
here, which is
knockoffs.
only 90.
Did you pay for that? You don't know it?
Well, that's what they do. They have my credit card.
I don't know. Why do you allow that?
I don't. I heard it was expensive. I didn't think. I guess there's knockoffs. You see, Dick's got them.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't pay $1,200 for that. Just
No.
It's
Maybe
rubber, right?
Maybe that's the Hermes version. I don't know how much these things are. They look like this looks more like a $60, $70 thing. Yeah, it's the Birkin bag.
Well, leave it to Diane to find something exclusive, of course.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think that was.
I know
12.
it's
It better
my
not be
old
12.
school LLB canvas tote.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, before we go, Gene, two stories from, one yesterday and one this morning on the radio with you.
Yep.
The update on the boat.
Oh.
Okay. I was on a boat yesterday and tooling around the bay with friends. All of a sudden, I come upon this. This is my video. That's a pretty sizable boat that was starting to take on water, so they ran it up on the sandbar off of Oaklawn Beach between Oaklawn and Warwick Neck. And I called it into the mayor, and Mayor Picozzi said the police and the harbor master had been out there. They were trying to, pump it out, but they couldn't, so they ran it up on the sandbar and left it there until the salvage can come. But there was concern that this thing would drift off the sandbar, block the channel. I understand that hasn't happened yet. Dan, is there an update on that? But that's what it looked like when I passed it yesterday. That's taking on water.
No update as of this morning on the boat.
Okay.
Who,
All right.
do we know
Next.
who the owners are?
I don't know, but the harbor master and the cops know about it, and they know it's there, and the salvage company is coming to take it away or pump it out, or what they're going to do. But that was quite the scene yesterday. Thing was taking on water.
That's for your boat. That's not a cheap boat.
No, it was a beautiful boat. Very nice.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
What was the second story?
Second story, ask the registry, follow up on the commercial driver's licenses,
Oh.
what the policy is in Rhode Island.
I do ask the registry once a month on the radio, but Craddock comes on and takes questions from the callers. And but we have loaded lines when we do that. Unbelievable. The registry's involved in so many things. Anyway, it's news past couple of weeks, commercial driver's licenses, truckers who get them from other states. And sometimes they're not speaking English, and sometimes they're illegal. And sometimes there's a whole host of problems. And then we had that very bad accident where the trucker made a U-turn. 3 people were killed. So this is a timely topic. And I said, so Bud, what's the process for getting a CDL in Rhode Island? Do we need to tighten up? Do we need to be concerned? It sounds like we're better than some other states, particularly these ones in the news. You must be here legally to get one. So either have a green card or the government knows you're here legally. You can't be illegal to get one. You can't get one with your driver privilege card. That doesn't count. And because those are for illegal immigrants, you got to be here legally. And you can take the written test in a foreign language, but you must take the driver's test, the actual road test in English. So this was a little bit of what Bud was telling me about this yesterday. I think we're going to follow up on this on the news because it's in the news.
Rhode Island?
You do not have to be a citizen, but you have to have a work authorization from the federal government. If you have that work authorization, you here and you are a legal resident. It's not someone that doesn't have is unable to prove legal presence. Anybody that has those driver privilege cards cannot get a CDL.
Okay, important to note. So
yes,
you have a green card or another proof of that you're here legally, and then you can apply for the CDL. What about reading and speaking English?
One of the things that they can do is, by federal law, they can take the exam in their native language. However, the road test, the skills test, and this is where the rulings that are coming down from the federal government have been looking at these other states. And again, we also got the notice, as it turned out, we were actually going through our recertification for it, and we had FMCSA, the Federal Motor Carriers Safety Association, on site, and they were going through and wanted to know what our process was, and they were satisfied. Our road test is given in English, so that anyone that gets a Rhode Island CDL has to be able to read and write and speak English.
Okay, so that's
all right. So they're going to follow up on that, I believe, for a TV story tonight on NBC 10 because it's in the news.
That's
We
interesting.
just saw that terrible
It doesn't
accident.
change anything if somebody got a license out of state and passes through our state necessarily, but if it originates here and stays within here. Okay.
A good point. Good point. Yeah, if you're getting one from California where the rules are much looser, according to what we're hearing, you're right. But at least here, they're tight. They're tighter. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yep.
All right. Especially, we love to talk about truck tolls and everything here in Rhode Island. So
yes.
There's another. All right, Gene. Well, that does it for us today.
All right, Alison.
Nice day. It's beautiful out. So Diane wanted me to tell you that you should do some more walking.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll carry her.
She walks with you in the afternoon, she said. So I said
I'll carry her bog bag around. I guess that'll qualify. Lift weights too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to take the dogs out for a walk, and then I'll see you, or I'll hear you on the radio tomorrow.
Yep. All right. Thanks.
All right. And on the news tonight at 6, of course.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Ciao.
See you then. Ciao
Okay.